Hello and welcome to Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP clinicians. My name is Juanita and I am your host. I am an occupational therapy assistant as well as the author of this book, Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP clinicians in the acute hospital setting. This book, as well as the ebook, can be purchased on Amazon.com. Today's video, we will continue the fourth part of our 5-part series on 5 principles of learning something new. It's January 4th, 2022. And just like every January, people will set resolutions and they will set goals and they will make promises of things that they would like to accomplish. And often I've been hearing lately a lot of people say, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. And I don't necessarily think it's a problem with setting goals. You know, as therapy clinicians, that's what we do. And every treatment session, we're working toward a goal. And then we have the evaluation to find out, did they reach the goal? How far away from their goal are they? So there's not necessarily anything wrong with setting goals. But I think there are just some basic principles that people don't have in place that causes them to kind of let those resolutions go, and the promises they made to themselves, they just say, I don't think I can do it. So I've set 5 different principles, and you will notice with all of them that they start with the letter I. And I did that purposely because we have to say to ourselves when we're learning something new that I am part of this. I have to do these things. So the first one was immersion. If you haven't listened to the video, it's part 1 where we talk about passive listening and listening to the cadence of speaking. When you're learning another language, you want to hear the cadence of how people speak, how fast they speak, how slow they speak. How do you say this? So you sound more like a native speaker. The next one, we talk about inclusion. Many of us, especially as adult learners, we already have busy lives. So trying to add something else to our life is sometimes not possible. However, what I suggested was include the new learning into something that you're already doing. You'll find the details on that on the second part. But just briefly, if you are going up and down the stairs a day, let's say you go up and down the stairs, use that as an opportunity to put your new learning in place. So you're going up the stairs and you want to learn the numbers, count as you go up the stairs. If you're going down the stairs and you want to learn the alphabet, say your alphabet as you're going down the stairs. And if you do that 3 times a day, just 3 times a day, you will have at the end of the first week made 21 times that you've done your new learning. And a lot of times experts have said that if you do something 21 times, kind of pretty much will stick. It'll be part of what you do. The next thing is identify. And for those that are learning a language, the phonetic sounds for the immersion, including it in everything you do, and then identifying how to say things. So if you're learning Spanish, I use the example. In English, we call this a book. In Spanish, we say el libro. So if you're trying to learn as many nouns as you can, how to say this, how do I say refrigerator? How do I say sink? How do I say table? How do I say eyes? How do I say ears in Spanish? Those are very important because that's the next part in learning. And in today's video, we will talk about intrinsic value. So it's immersion, inclusion, identification, and this one is intrinsic value. So what do I mean by that? Anything that you're doing has to have an intrinsic value to you. If you're on this channel because I gotta do this, and it doesn't have an intrinsic value to you, if you don't really find enjoyment out of doing it, then I will be honest, most likely it won't last. You may push through it for a few weeks, But then after a while, it's like something else will come up and you'll, I'll put that down, I'll do it later. But if this is something that holds an intrinsic value to you, you're doing it because I want to do this. I really want to learn this new thing. Because remember, even though this channel is set up for therapy clinicians and we're talking about learning Spanish, this can be applied to anything that you're learning, anything new that you want to start including in your life. If it doesn't hold a value to you, it is not going to last. So that is something that's really, really, really important, that you truly have a desire to do this. I will encourage you. I've had so much fun making these videos. Even though it was extra work and it took extra time, the reality is I'm having an absolutely fabulous time making these videos because it has an intrinsic value to me. So find out that thing that has an intrinsic value. If you're on this channel, my assumption is that this is holding some type of value to you as well. So I said I'm going to keep the videos under 10 minutes. So we're at the 6-minute mark. I just want to say thank you. I applaud you on this language journey, which I am on as well. With that being said, gracias por venir and have a wonderful day. Adios. I'll see you on the next video.